Good morning, it's George with Watchman German Shepherds. We're going to talk about what is a well-bred puppy. What are the observable signs of a well-bred puppy? Before we get into this, if you have not subscribed, please do. Appreciate it. So the observable signs of a well-bred puppy. Number one, the puppy will have poise. These puppies are in there. They want to come out, but they're patiently waiting. I'm here spraying down the kennels, and these guys are just waiting patiently, and they're watching. Start spraying there. They're very observant to everything. I can move my feet. You don't see them moving their heads around. So, number one, they're poised. They're content just to wait. That's a good sign. Give me a minute. Get into another good sign of what a well-bred puppy is. And I always liken them, I tell people, I liken them to people. When you see a person, a child, or an adult, and they are able to wait patiently, that's a good sign. Now with people, it could be for the right reason, could be for the wrong reason that they wait patiently. But it is a sign, nonetheless, of intelligence and possibly some other good things. Then another sign to look for, that the puppies will come to you. And, well, these puppies come to me. These are my puppies. They're much at my feet. They're confident. They're social. I'm trying not to step on them as I'm getting myself positioned. There you go. There's a little cookie. So they come to you, and that's a test I know that they have several different testing groups or people that came up with tests when someone goes to look for a puppy. And so you can see through where, yes, they're coming to me, they know I'm giving them a treat, and that's all true. However, if a dog is not confident, it will stay back. And then I'm going to add to that you can work on confidence. And that's just the way that is. And you could find a situation where any dog or any person is not confident in a particular setting, an event or something that's going on that they're not sure, and they're going to stay back. Maybe they're even fearful, rightly so. Sometimes being fearful is good. It's not necessarily bad to fear something that is to be feared. And if there's an unknown, a new situation for a puppy or a person, they should proceed with caution. And so you have to know how to read through that in the puppy's ear. You have to know how to read that. You have to know how to observe that and interpret that correctly. So talking about confidence to come when they're called, when I have people come and look at a puppy, most of the puppies will run over to the people in excitement, but not all the time. And that's not a bad sign. Sometimes the puppy will wait back. So the extreme end of that would be if a puppy is totally fearful and there's no reason to be fearful. So there's a difference between observing and waiting to see what's going on, and a puppy that's skittish and fearful, tucked tail, and all that type of stuff. So there's a spectrum. And conversely, by the way, on the other end of the spectrum is a puppy that is I wouldn't say overconfident, but just discarding almost of any barrier whatsoever. I would be careful about that, which I don't really see that with my puppies, but it does happen. And so again, if you relate that to people, well, people that are that way is just no filter type person. They just jump into any situation, and so again, there's a line. There's a line that shouldn't be crossed over in either extreme. You don't want too confident, where it lends itself to just recklessness, and you don't want too cautious, where it lends itself to going even further than that, where the dog is skittish. And so we don't have any of that with my puppies. We have variations of an acceptable parameter of that particular thing that we're talking about, and that is really just that a puppy is confident in a surrounding that is not threatening. And so, well, another thing, we're going to get a little closer here. Hello, puppies. Another thing they like to do is to hold the puppy down and see how it reacts. Now I'm gonna just dominate this puppy here. It's trying to bite me, being playful, but I'm gonna let the puppy know that it's not going anywhere. Oh, so that puppy wants nothing to do with that. Let's try this puppy. See how she reacts. She doesn't want me to lay her down. I'm trying to, and she keeps getting her feet up there. It's amazing. This puppy won't let me lay her down. Hey. Well, better than the other one, however. Hey, what are you doing? Get off of there. And the other puppies are attacking her. It's just sibling fun here, but hey, you better knock it off. Hey, you better knock it off. So this puppy, she's let me hold her down a little. All right, she's very reluctant to let me get her there, but ultimately she let me hold her down. Good girl. And then she comes right to me for some affection. Now let's try the other one. This is not all that's involved here, this particular test in a dominance or submissive. And nothing doing there. So you can imagine yourself, and again, I always like to relate it to people. If someone tried to hold you down, what would you do? Especially you got plenty of vim and vigor. You're not going to go for it, right? And so, to whatever degree of dominance or submission, you don't want a puppy that's just going to do absolutely nothing. And on the other end, you don't want a puppy that's not only going to not let you hold it down, but it's going to bite you. And now, of course, at this age, this puppy, let's do this puppy again, the orange collar. So here I'm holding her on her side. She's being a little better, although now she's trying to get up. But the thing is, she's not trying to bite me. So there's play biting, which it's okay, puppy. There's play biting, which the puppies do. And then there's aggression biting, which my puppies don't do. Yeah, so again, even as a breeder, someone comes in and they want to do these tests, that's all fine. It is difficult a little bit to watch someone hold a puppy down, one of my puppies, but for a short period just to see and to do that little test, well, it's a good little test. And you don't want to overdo it. You want to just see what's going on there. So you don't want the puppy to try to bite you. Now, at this age, if a puppy does try to bite you, well, that does not necessarily mean fear, aggression, or anything. I can teach a puppy in just one little session not to bite. These puppies will play, bite, and engage with me, and that's all they know is their mouth. With the mom, from the time they're born, they are nursing and then playing with each other. Well, their mouth is what they use to play. And so, eating their food, their mouth. And of course, attacking the prey or the enemy, the mouth. So, when they're being playful, using their mouth to play wrestle and biting and all that stuff, that's a normal thing. But you want to teach them they can't do that with you at a certain point. Right now, there's got to be a transition made, obviously. But in the setting here at the kennel, I let them bite my shoelace. They don't really bite me. They scratch me now and then, but that's not a big deal. So, again, you want to look for a balance, and you want to see that there's a middle. There are the extremes you don't want, you want the middle. And so when considering a puppy and you want to just check it for these several things, that's good. Now, when they want to check a dog to see if it'd be good for protection, well, there's another test they do for that, and that test has to do with the bite and the hold. And you can see right here with this puppy, and I know already this orange one would be very good for protection. It won't let go. And so, different things. And again, you can get the basic idea of what you're taking home when you take home a puppy. You do these couple of tests. But in any case, you got work to do to develop the positive and just to train the puppy and have a good pet in the home. And I think that the first test that we observed, I didn't even do a test, I just looked at them behaving, knowing they couldn't get out. They wanted to get to the action of the hose and me moving around while they patiently sat. And that's a good sign. Imagine you're home, you got a lot of things going on, and it's not time for the dog to come out or get in the car or whatever. And the dog will learn when it has that in its nature to just wait. And the dog's not going to go crazy. It'll occupy itself with something, or it'll just patiently wait. And that's definitely a good trait in the dog or in a person. So I think that's all I want to talk about right now with regards to just what you should look for in a puppy, testing a puppy. And it's not a big professional thing with 4-syllable words, but it's just down to some basic observation and a little bit of testing, and you kind of see what your puppy's made of when you go to select your puppy from a breeder. So I hope that was helpful. Please do subscribe. The Lord bless you as you trust Him. Very important that the Lord observes us every day, and we worry about what people know about what we do and what they find out, but the Bible is clear that God sees every day. I like a verse, He that made the eye, can He not see? And He that made the ear, can He not hear? And so I hope the Lord blesses that to you, and you think about that much more than thinking about what kind of puppy to pick out and and a couple of things we're discussing in that regard. Have a great day. The Lord bless you.